Ever since I was a kid, I've always been fascinated with the sport of boxing. It all started when I used to come home from school and watch the highlight knockout reels of the greats like Rocky Marciano and Mike Tyson, as well as seeing the majestic movements of Muhammad Ali and Roy Jones Jr. I would also play all the fight night games growing up, but I never actually got into practicing this sport in real life. However, from the moment I put on a pair of gloves and started training, I became obsessed, and I'm always looking for opportunities to practice my technique. Anyway, this is Nolan's Boxing Gym, based in Deptford in southeast London, where I started my training only a couple months ago. Before joining this gym, I had pretty much little to zero experience with boxing or any form of combat sports for that matter. I was determined to improve as much as I could and fell in love with the whole process, from hitting the heavy bags, learning how to skip efficiently, shadow boxing, pad work, all that good stuff. But what made me really fall in love with boxing? I'm a very big fan of sports in general, right? I grew up playing a lot of sports with my friends and loved the competitiveness. But the main differentiator when I took up boxing was what comes when you try and get better, really testing yourself through sparring. There's nothing more humbling than putting on that headgear, slipping on those gloves, and biting down on your gum shield on your first few sparring sessions, and going against people better than you. I quickly learned about the adage that goes, you can't play boxing. Something about getting in that ring as a beginner, having to face that adversity, the uncomfortable feeling of being punched in the face and body, naturally being anxious and panicky, which causes you to gas out quickly and have everything you learn go out the window. It is in these moments that you think to yourself, maybe this shit is not for me. I should just give up. But it's also in these moments where you say, fuck this, I have to get better. I have to put in the work, I have to train hard consistently, and I have to prove to myself how good I can really be. Boxing has changed how I approach my training completely. I had my first interclub bout not long ago, which is a non-decision bout of 3 rounds, a minute and a half each round. And the training I did for it was the most dedicated and disciplined I've ever been in my life. Bro, no joke, I used to have McDonald's, KFC, Bossman's wings and chips every other day, you name it. And I was crazy with vaping, drinking, partying, all of that. If it wasn't for my fast metabolism, I would have become a beast. Regardless, it obviously wasn't good for my heart and overall health. So when I started my training for the Interclub, I decided to cut all of that shit out and started eating a lot cleaner. When it comes to boxing, you realize that your performance all comes down to you. It teaches you accountability. That is no one else's responsibility but yours when it comes to the day that you need to perform. And I did not want to let myself down when I stepped in that ring. When it came to the fight, my opponent was bigger than me and had more experience than I did, but I thought I handled myself pretty well, and boy did I feel proud of myself after. So I came out a bit too excited in the first round. I was a bit punch happy from the nerves, and yeah, I tried to clean my man's head off, not gonna lie. Bro, I was listening to war songs before this fight. Yeah, I could have paced myself a lot better and attacked in phases, but that all comes from learning and experience. The fight was pretty even, I think, and I did end up gassing out in the last round. As I said before, I didn't pace myself in the beginning, but much respect to my opponent, man. He was a great matchup for me because he really pushed me to the last bell. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is that boxing has changed my life, man. I've been addicted from the first day I joined the gym. I started this year with something I thought was just cool initially, to just learn the techniques of how to punch properly and get fit in the meantime, but it quickly became the driving force to developing discipline in every aspect of my life. And this shit carries over.
Huh?
It's given me the momentum to drop the habits I didn't want and pick up the ones I did want, such as eating cleaner, sleeping better, running a lot more, and overall loving myself a lot more. The confidence it has given me is astronomical compared to when I first started. Boxing has taught me to throw myself in a fire and learn how to stay composed in the midst of it, and also increased my ability to self-motivate and be consistent, which are skills that I can transfer to other things in life, such as deciding to start this YouTube channel, for example, where I'll be creating videos for entertainment and hopefully educational purposes. Remember guys, winners lose much more than losers do, because that's how you learn, from doing things that make you uncomfortable. Strive to fail, but prepare to win. Peace.